Well, hello, this is Chase Swift, and in this video I'm continuing my information series on the great Google tools that you can use for your online business and or personal use. Now, just to remember, on my website, chaseswift.com, I have a series of videos I've already done, and as you can see right here, I did one on the Google presentation tutorial, how to use that on your computer. And there are several videos I've been working on. Each one is a different aspect, a different tool. To see them all, though, in one quick, easy way, you'll just go to the Google 5, because I'm talking about the 5 free tools of Google that you can see, and I've done 4 posts so far. So just click on Google 5, and you'll see the list of all these Google tools and videos that you can use and learn from, and better use Google tools for sure. So with that, I'm going to talk about Gmail, and as you can see, I'm about to sign in, and I will also talk about some ways to protect your accounts with a two-step verification. But right now I'm going to log in, and I do have two-step verification on, which is another topic I will cover in greater detail. But just know you can protect your account very well. So Gmail has a lot of advantages. First of all, it's free and very, very powerful. Okay, now they have a desktop version and a mobile version, so whether you have a desktop computer or an iPhone, an iPad, or whatever you have, there are versions for the whatever you're using. Now, one of the first things I really like is when you're in the Compose window, obviously you're going to see my signature, and that's another cool thing. Each time I set up a new email, and I'll just delete this one or discard it, every time I send out a new email, it puts this signature, and the signature is everything below these dotted lines. So it puts up a very nice signature. This is an image, actually, by the way. It's not a font, it's an image. And I'll actually probably go into how to create that. But then I have some information on how to contact me, how to connect with me on Facebook, and whatever. And you can always make that however you like. I'll probably have another video on your Gmail signatures, how to do that. I also have a little banner that can lead people to, let's say, a business or an information website or any number of things, and it's actually got a link connected to that, so that's kind of cool. But back to one of the coolest features is something called canned responses, and you're going to see it in the menu. There's a sub-menu for more options in the lower bottom right, okay? But when I go to canned responses, these are pre-written emails that I've already gone through, and you don't have to type these out. And I was going to find one here. That's like this one. This is actually a system that I don't use anymore, and it's actually, I believe it's not active, but it shows you that here's some basic questions that I don't have to type this out every time. It's already pre-written for me, and it's saved and ready to be entered with the click of a button. So let me just delete that one more time and repeat that by going to Compose. So again, if you have numerous emails or whatever repetitive emails, you can use the canned responses. And let's see where that one was. Where is that? Here they are right there. And this is, typing this up for me over and over without me having to do that. So canned responses is really cool, and I use that a lot. So that's just when you go to compose something and then come down to the drop down menu. Now to add one, I'll show you how to do that in the settings. So you have a settings little gearbox right here in the top right. Click on that, and then just come down to settings. Okay, that'll take you to an area where obviously you have all your settings, and the tab you want to initially click on is called Labs. It's actually a series of extra programs and little plugins that will help you with your Gmail, and this is actually running right now. It's called canned responses. Now, when you come to your labs and look for this, it'll be alphabetically, so it starts with A's, and these are all disabled. You'll just go down and you'll find canned responses alphabetically. But since I already have it running, it's working and it's at the top. Just make sure it's enabled, and then I believe at the very bottom, yes, you just click Save Changes, and that's how you're going to initiate a canned response. Then just go back to your inbox, and whenever you want to create a message, okay, now a lot of times if your signature comes in automatically, you want to take that out, otherwise it'll repeat it. So to create a canned response, you can just start, typing what you repetitively type a lot. Maybe it's going to be a support email or a little email about you. So whatever you type, okay, can be saved as a canned response. Okay? So, and then you can go through and then stylize it, make it, larger font if you like, and whatever. So that looks fine. And then all you have to do is come down to the more options. And if you have canned responses going, you'll come down a little bit lower. I have a bunch of these, okay? And you'll see the save, and then underneath at the very bottom of the save section, there is a new canned response, okay? So then Gmail will ask you, what do you want to save this? And this is, I'm just going to type canned response example, okay? And click OK. And now that's saved. So if I delete this draft, and then go back to compose, and I already got my signature, it pops in automatically. I can just come down to canned responses, and under here is insert, and it's going to be a newer one, so it'll be near the bottom, right above the save is canned response example. When I click on that, it typed in that automatically. So that's pretty easy. Now, there's some complexity if you want images and links and fancy text, but basically that'll be the basics of how to use canned responses. And it's one of the nice, well, it's a huge advantage for using Gmail. Now, there is a lot of sorting that you can do within your email. On the left-hand side, this menu will pop open and close as you mouse over. And on the lower section, you can see hundreds, well, at least a lot of different filters for me to filter the type of email that I'm receiving. So I can respond to a certain person and get all their email that they've ever sent to me. It's in one area that I can filter. So that's really easy. And I'm going to show you how to filter something right now. And I get a lot of email, well, not a lot, but I do buy things on things like Amazon. So I can do a search for Amazon. And there's all sorts of different things, but let's say I want to pick a specific type of email. Let's see, let's say it's an order, okay? So here's an order email, and it comes from this email address, okay? So let me show you how to filter, which is really powerful to filter all your email into one area. So you're looking at the email, and you're like, you know what, I get a lot of orders, or I just want to organize the orders I get from Amazon. And so just go to the drop-down arrow right here, and then choose filter messages like this. And the Gmail will put in, sorry, someone's calling me. It'll automatically put in that email address, and as you can see, it's just putting in those email addresses, so I can see those are just the emails that respond to that email address right there, okay? And you can do a search, and there it goes. It's back to the window. Now, you don't really have to do anything special, but just click filter or create filter with this search right there, okay? And it's done it. And then now you're going to tell Gmail what you wanted to do it. Now sometimes you can skip the inbox and you can archive it so it's not filling up your inbox, but it's available. I don't do that often. I'd rather see the email for sure. So a lot of times what I do is apply a label to all these emails that come from that email address. And in this case, I'm going to say Amazon. So I'm going to make a new label. This is a list of all the labels I've created in the past, and there's a bunch, okay? And then what I would do is just do a new label, and then this would be like an Amazon order or orders, okay? So I want all these emails organized, so I'll click Create. Now it's created that, and it's created on the left-hand side, so I can see right here, Amazon orders. It's been created. There's nothing inside it yet, but it's about to have some emails. And then what I like to do is probably never send it to spam, because these are important. I want to get them into my inbox. And then the other thing I'll do is check that there are 6 emails that apply to this search. And I'm going to apply the filter to these 6 matching conversations, okay? And that's really it. So you got the email address, you're going to apply a label, and you made that new label, and then it's going to be saved. And I said, generally I say never send it to spam because I don't want to have it appear there. Then I check this box, and then all that's left is create filter. Now it's going to go and create the filter. And if I go back to my inbox, not much has changed. I still have all my inbox, but if I go to the right, or the left-hand side and check my Amazon orders, I can see there are a bunch of them, and actually 2 of them are unread. And there they all are, so you can check your orders, or at least I can, very easily. And I really think that's a powerful feature to have in Gmail. Okay. Now it also has these subheaders for primary, social, and promotions. Primary is people that you have a relationship with. Maybe they're on your contact address book, and you're getting email directly into your primary. Social is automatically things like email from YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, all your social media, and it does it automatically. So it's really handy to, I think, have that segregated by your social email. The last one is anybody that may send you a series of emails like on an autoresponder or a website that sends periodic email. Gmail will figure that out and automatically sort all that email, which is still important, but you may not want to see it in your primary email. If it is, you can just click on, let's say, Lawrence Tam. He's really a good guy. So if I want to see Lawrence Tam in my primary, which actually I probably do, I can just click and drag. Notice how I'm moving that one conversation, and it says drag here to move messages, and I just drop it right on top. So I've clicked and dragged. I'm holding it down, and I'm moving it up here. And now that conversation has been moved to primary. Now if I want all future messages from that email address, which is Lawrence Tam's, I'll just click yes. And then I can go to primary, and I will see that it may be down lower here, but it will send that to my inbox, which is, again, it's customizable, and you can just really better organize your email. Now, if you don't like these, there is a way to remove them. You can actually click on the plus right here. And if you don't want the social, you can uncheck it. And it's giving you examples of the type of email that you'll get. The promotions, if you don't want those there and you just uncheck it. And then what happens is they end up going into your primary. So if these are unchecked, so if promotions is unchecked and social is unchecked, everything will go right into your primary, which is kind of handy. Now I'm going to cancel that because I like it the way it is, but that's how you can modify that. Okay. Now there is one more thing. I'm going to go back and show you how to set this up. All mail on the left-hand side is really important, especially when you request a password change or something like that. You can click on all mail, and it shows you all the email that has come in from the last few minutes. And these are all over the place. Like this is a Facebook message, so it would be in the Facebook tab, okay? So if you just want to see it all, that's really handy to see all mail right there. This is a draft, and I actually can delete that. So I'm going to hit the delete trash can right there to delete that. Okay. And then I'll come back up here. So here I've gotten some new email too, by the way. And this is from Josh, and it's got a filter already. So watch this. If I click on this email, I can read this. And then if I want to see all the email from Josh, I just click right there because I've already done the filter. And now these are all the emails that are from Josh. So it's really easy to organize and be organized and organize all his email in one spot. Now this one has a blue star. If there's a particularly good email, you can just click a star. Maybe you have a yellow star, or you can actually set it up to do multiple stars, and there's variations in that. But this blue star tells me that this email was particularly good within the group of emails that I've gotten from him. So it's just another fast way to organize your email. Okay, so again, if I were in my inbox, I could see the email from Josh, but if I wanted to, and maybe there was something I didn't have time for earlier, I could look for it alphabetically. Okay, go into that filter and then see the blue star right there, and then read that email. Okay, see how handy that is? It's, with the volume of email we get these days, you've got to be able to handle and control the amount of email and where it's coming in, and how you can read it down the road. Okay, so how to get that is just go back up to your settings one more time. Click on settings again after you click on the gear. Go to settings. And then on this tab right here on labels, click on labels. And then you'll see all mail right down here. And it's on show right now. So you can see it's on show. If I want to hide it, I click hide. And notice it's not here anymore. And I'd have to look for it in these drop down arrows and stuff like that. It gets messy. So I like to go to all mail and click show, and it'll appear over on the left hand side. Click show, and there it is right there. So it's really handy, and then you can just click out of this and go to your inbox, and then when you need to see all your mail, just click on all mail, and you'll see all your email, even from Facebook and all the sources of email. You can see all the filtered tags and stuff like that. And it just makes it really handy. And I think, being able to view all your email is really important when you're looking for something that has just come in and you're not sure whether it's in the primary or in your social tab or in your promotions tab. If you just click on all mail, you'll be able to see within the last few minutes what is coming in to your Gmail. Okay? Now, a couple other last minute things. The Gmail calling is built in, and you can actually call, at least in the United States, you can use this little button right here to call a phone number in the US or Canada, and you can either type in the number, or you can look for a particular person, and I'm going to just wipe that out. Because it had phone numbers there, but you can look for a particular person by typing in their name if they are in your contacts. The contacts are under your Gmail right up in here. So if you have contacts with phone numbers, they will appear down here. Otherwise, you can just type in a number either from the keyboard or from your keypad. Okay, you can type in whatever, and then hit call. So that's really handy, okay? If you make a mistake, you can back it out one digit at a time, okay? It'll also remember past calls from your call history. So if you need to call another number, you can call them back. You can also save this number if it's a repetitive call that you call or a person, so you can save it. It also shows you whether it was connected or whether it didn't connect. Pretty handy, actually. Okay, so that's just a really handy feature that they put the Gmail calling right there. Now, right next to it is the Hangout. If you want to hang out on, with somebody who has another video cam, I'm not going to do that, but it sets up basically a free Google Hangout, which is a webcam to webcam communication with somebody. And you can see there are certain people on my list here that have webcams on. Okay, so that's just extra, and it's built in right into the Gmail. Okay, so we covered a lot here. There's probably more I could cover. It's really powerful. I'm going to go down to the very bottom, by the way, and just show you that they give you a ton of space. I've used this Gmail account upwards of 18 months, I would imagine, at least maybe even upwards of 2 years. I only have about 11% of the space with all the emails, all the attachments. This is also related to your Google Drive, I believe, the amount of space you have on Google Drive. So 15 gigabytes is a lot of space, and I've only used 1.68, so I've used 11%. So Gmail gives you a lot of space for emails and content and Google Drive space and all that. It's just fabulous, and I highly recommend Gmail. And we'll talk more about maybe setting up some, of the signature, how to do that. I have kind of a fancy one because I'm good at things like that, and I'll show you how to do that. We talked about also canned responses and how to do all that. And the last thing is I will do another video on how to protect your account with two-step verification. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't have a Gmail account, all you have to do is go to Google. Okay? And if you don't see anything here, you may see Gmail up at the top there, and that'll take you right to where you can sign up for an account. And if you don't see it, just type Gmail and hit enter, and it'll take you right to the link so you can set up a free email account with Google. It's called Gmail. Okay? So you just click there, and basically what I would do is I would sign in with a different account and actually click add account, and this is how you would set up a new account. And right there, finally, it's a little tricky, but you want to get to the point where you can create an account, and it's really simple. All they need, that was probably another test or something like that, all they need is a first and last name, your username, which will become your Gmail account email address. So you have to type something in here, and then it'll check to make sure it's available. Then you create a password. It needs to be at least 8 characters. I recommend you use things like RoboForm, which will create strong passwords and then remember them for you. And so when you create a Gmail account, you must have a solid way of getting back to exactly what that password is. They are bulletproof. You would have better luck breaking into Fort Knox, where supposedly all the gold of the United States is held, than breaking into your Gmail account. If you forget your password, you're out of luck. Okay, so don't screw around. Make sure you know exactly what your password is, and it should be a random characters and a mix of uppercase and letters and things like that. Okay, then you're going to put your second, confirm your password. You're going to do a birthday. It's another way they verify your account if you ever lose your password. I don't know why they ask gender, but they do. They will ask for, this is optional actually, it's not technically required, but if you have a mobile phone, it'll be easier to set up two-step verification. Your current email address will help if you've ever lost your password or something like that. And then you just need to prove that you're not a robot, and you would type in 2642896 and then 637. You can type that all in this box, and then it'll actually pick up where you are in the world. Okay, so I'm in the United States. I get the most options like Gmail calling and things like that if you're in the United States, and then check the box that you agree to the terms of service and the Google privacy policy. Okay, you can learn more about why they ask for that information, and that's all you'd have to do to create a free Gmail account. Again, the password is crucial. Do not mess around with that. Make sure you know exactly what it is. Make sure it's very strong and not just, something that someone can guess. Because if the reason is, if they get into your Gmail account or into any email account, they can pretend to be you and change passwords quickly, and the passwords are emailed to your account. And all of a sudden, you don't have access to your Gmail, and they have total control, and they can be changing things really at will. And it's extraordinarily important that your email account, your Google account, is protected with a strong password. I'll do another video in the very near future on two-step verification, what that is, why it's important, and how to set it up. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Watch through it again if you need to, and again, refer to my website, chaseswift.com, to see more of these tips and tricks and useful tools of Google. And just scroll down on the right hand side, and you can find Google 5 right here. And I've just done the 5th video, but there will be more. So just click on Google 5, and you'll see all these videos right at your fingertips. This is Chase Swift. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe and like this if this was helpful, and we'll see you again on the next video. Take care.